Hello, wonderful people of the great World Wide Web. Welcome to the Subtime channel and my motorcycle ride series titled What's Next? In each episode of What's Next, I'll share my experiences, mishaps, bike drops, and other adventures as a beginner motorcycle rider. Yeah, having not ridden motorcycles for over 30 years, I now consider myself a beginner rider again. Join me as I give you a glimpse into the world of riding and the thrill of discovering new places on forgotten roads and paths less traveled. So sit back, relax, and get ready for some more or less exciting motorcycle adventures with me. Let's see what's next. In this video, which is the first of two from my first ride series, I'm excited to take you on my first ride in 32 years on my brand new motorcycle, which is also the first ever brand new motorcycle I own. Along with that, I'll share some basic information about myself. This was a very special day for me and I'm thrilled to share it with you. The weather was perfect for riding, a sunny April day with clear blue skies and temperatures hovering about 20 degrees Celsius. I was filled with a mix of excitement and nervousness as I prepared to pick up my motorcycle from the dealer. It felt like going on a first date with sweaty palms and 100 questions racing through my mind. I was already 15 kilometers into my ride when I realized I forgot to start recording. The excitement of picking up my brand new motorcycle from the dealer got the better of me, and I temporarily forgot about the borrowed GoPro from my colleague at work that was in my backpack. That's why the ride and video didn't start at the dealer but at the road bar instead. Upon watching the video at home, I noticed that I was hugging the right side of the road. It's a habit from my cycling days. It seemed totally normal for me while I was riding, but watching the video later gave me a good laugh. It's just some habits need some time and practice to disappear, to break. As I cruised down the road, feeling the wind blowing past me and the engine sound in my ears, all my nervousness and insecurity was replaced by pure joy and excitement. It had been 32 years since I last rode a motorcycle, so I wasn't quite sure what to expect. That morning, to be honest, I was flooded with a mixture of emotions. My mind was racing with questions and I felt happiness, excitement and fear all at the same time. But as I revved up the engine and felt the power of the 411cc and a bit more than 24 horsepower beneath me, all my negative feelings went away. Oh, I was so clumsy. My clutch and power control were completely out of sync. I didn't catch it on camera, but on my first attempt at starting the bike at a dealership, I managed to stall it. And this was my first uphill start and I kinda did it. Luckily, I was still hugging the right side of the road, so no nervous riders had to use their horn. As I continued riding throughout the day and approached roads that were familiar to me, my Himalayan revealed its special ability to me. It's also a time machine. It was as if I had been transported back in time to a simpler place where the only thing that mattered was pure joy of riding or skateboarding. I was hit by a wave of nostalgia overload. I couldn't help but feel a sense of excitement and happiness as I cruised along those roads, reliving memories of past rides and experiences. It was a feeling that will stay with me forever, and one that I hope to experience many times in the future. Also, it served as a reminder of the significance of stepping out of your comfort zone and trying new things, even if they initially frighten you. As I look back on the video footage, and I was watching it a lot while editing it, I can't help but smile at the memories it brings back. It's amazing how riding my Himalayan has reignited my passion for exploring and adventuring. After 32 years, I never thought I'd rediscover a love that I had almost forgotten. But the thrill and joy of riding has brought back that excitement and sense of adventure that I used to feel in my younger days. I'm excited to continue this journey and see where it takes me. There's just something magical about the open road ahead that makes me feel liberated and free. A feeling that is hard to put into words without sounding like a kid in a candy store, impressed by all the smells and colors. And yes, I'm totally aware that I sound cheesy, but that was exactly how I felt that day and every time I hop on my bike. I mean, I feel my heart beating faster even when I get close to my bike. The shout that you're about to hear, translated, "Ah, that feels so good," explains it better than any words I can come with.
Как je ovo dobro!
While you enjoy the rest of this video, the rest of the ride, and I hope you enjoyed at least 1% as much as I did, let me give you some background information about myself. I am a man in my prime, mid-50s from Croatia, and in the 80s I was a passionate motorcyclist and skateboarder and rode bikes such as Tomos, Java and MZ. And skateboarding was also a huge part of my life at that time. In the second half of 1990s I started snowboarding, and when I was good enough I focused mainly on backcountry freeriding. Also did paragliding, but I gave up paragliding later after a few close calls to my tendency to take unnecessary risks. That was probably one of the few responsible decisions I made in my life, so I continued only with snowboarding. Unfortunately, beginning 2010s, I think it was 2013 or 14, a bicycle accident caused by an idiot driver left me with a serious shoulder and neck injury. As a result, I have a metal plate and tightrope wires in my shoulder as a reminder of the accident, and it took me almost a year to regain mobility in my left shoulder, at the end causing me to quit snowboarding. As snowboarding was a huge part of my life, I became withdrawn, spending most of my time indoors playing video games, going outside only for work, exercising and bicycle rides. Then someone sent me, or I stumbled across, a link to the YouTube channel of an amazing individual whom I now respect greatly. At the time, she was riding a Royal Enfield Himalayan from India to Europe. Yes, you guessed it right, I'm talking about Itchy Boots. When I saw her Royal Enfield Himalayan, I fell in love with the bike on first sight. More about my choice of bike in the second part of this video. Watching her traverse all those beautiful places and roads was what got me hooked. As I always loved remote places and the feeling of solitude and being isolated from civilization, her adventurous spirit reignited my love for motorcycle riding and introduced me to off-road riding. For those of you who are not familiar with Itchy Boots, I'll leave a link to her YouTube channel in the description. And I started considering buying a motorcycle. However, life had other plans when I was diagnosed with liver parasites, which required some heavy medical therapy and open surgery in September 2020. As it was an open surgery, it took me some time to recover, regain weight and start getting back in shape. And here we are, mid-April of 2022, I'm riding a brand new Himalayan. And that also concludes the talking portion of this first part of the first ride video. I leave you to enjoy the rest of the video with just the sounds of the bike and the wind and some music. In the next part, I will be discussing my choice of bike and a brief review of the Himalayan after almost 6,000 kilometers. hope you enjoyed joining me on this special ride. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe for more motorcycle adventures. Until next time, keep exploring and finding new roads to ride on. Cheers!